All right. So let me just check. Mr. Velasquez, you're not out there in La La Land. I'm looking for Mr. Mick, Mr. Leopardi, and Mr. Hunter. Anybody?
Zion's getting on. He just asked me for the code to the classroom.
Yeah, Mick said screw it. He's not doing it, so he probably won't be showing up.
Okay. All right. That's just wonderful. All right.
Graham, you don't have to wear a collared shirt. It's just Benedictine stuff.
Let me get my cameraman to cooperate. Hope everybody's semi-adjusted to our new way of life and academics. Hopefully better than me. But let me go over a few announcements. The 5.1 number 2, since Blackbot was done on Tuesday, if you didn't email me, you may not have gotten it. So if you didn't get it, and I know I've gotten a couple back from a couple of you, just shoot me an email after this, and I will send you a copy. And then just if you can do that between today and tomorrow. All right. I also talked about on Tuesday redoing that flexi quiz on the slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. And to be honest with you, I have not done that. So just check between now and Monday. I'll try to have it up. If not tomorrow, I will on Saturday. Saturday's my catch-up day. Because a lot of you took the flexi quiz, but you never registered and opened an account with flexi. Like 7 or 8 quizzes in there that have answers, but there's no names. You didn't register, so there's no names. I don't have any way of knowing whose is whose. So I'll do another one. It'll be very similar to the last one. So that just consider that one. Any questions on that? I mentioned this already. Blackbot is back up, and it's going to take me a couple days to get it current because I've got 5 days and 6 classes to get it current. So just give me a little bit of time, and then you can harangue me on Tuesday if something's incorrect. So just follow up behind me because things can get lost in the shuffle, not intentionally, but just due to the some of the technical difficulties we've had. Any questions on that?
Mr. Gaffney.
Yes, sir.
Is this going to be the schedule the whole year?
Well, at least for this week and next week, the following week break, which is going to happen just like normal. And so what's going to occur after Easter break, I don't know. Maybe I can give you a more definitive answer on that next week. But at least through next week, and then we have off with Easter break. And who knows what's going to happen then. It'd be nice to get you guys back here so we can do some of these things in addition to academics that everyone's missing out on, from speeches to change of rank and handing over the seniors handing over some of the authority to younger guys and that kind of stuff, and dances and all that everyone's missing out on. So we're going to complete 5.1 today. If you pay attention today, the quiz, which I'll load on Blackbot probably tomorrow or Saturday, just be doing Monday. If you pay attention today, the quiz is going to look just like the dozen or so problems we're going to go over today. Okay. And it's probably just going to be, I'm just going to load it on Blackbot, and then you can put it in Dropbox. Because Flexi Quiz is very inflexible, particularly when it comes to exponents. And stuff. All right. And on Tuesday, we're going to move on to the next section, 5-2. So that's kind of what's at least kind of the itinerary for the next week and a half. Any questions on that?
No, sir. No way.
Okay. Welcome, Mr. Velasquez. Make sure you're in class here by 9 o'clock. Okay.
Mr. Velasquez, come on.
All right. So any questions before we get going?
No, sir.
All right. You're going to need some loose leaf paper. All right.
Got it.
Hopefully you're sitting at your desk and not laying in bed. I guess that's why some of you guys don't have your video.
Zion!
I'll be laying in bed. So you're going to need
Ryan, get up.
sitting at your desk and laying and have some loose leaf paper. Line.
Sir, I'm sitting up.
All right. Okay. Are you ready to get
Sir.
started?
This is my desk, sir.
Okay,
Excellent.
okay, Graham.
Graham, shut up. No one cares about where you are.
Why y'all so loud?
All right. Now,
Pando, get up.
we've
Okay.
listen closely.
How do you know if I'm up or not?
Give you a couple reminders. All right. Steely, chill out. All recorded, and there's adults and administrators that are popping into the classroom periodically and also watching these videos. All right. And this with the new Zoom features that the school has purchased, we can also put you in timeout. So if you get loud, noisy, distracting, disruptive, I can put you in timeout, which means you're going to miss the lesson. All right.
Really?
Okay. Got a neat feature, right? All right, so here we go. Got a pencil and paper handy. We're gonna do a little matching to start off with. I'm gonna give you 4 inequalities. I'll read them out loud. I'll read them out loud, and you can either jot them down or you can copy them. Can everybody see these? It's x, excuse me, plus 11 is greater than 16 is number 1. Number 2 is x minus 6 is less than 1. Number 3, am I going too fast? Is x plus 2 is less than or equal to negative 3. Number 4 is x plus 3 is greater than 1. Then number 5 is x minus 1 is less than negative 7.
This is problem set 3, right, sir?
This is problem set 3. All right, a version of it. All right, so you're gonna have to solve all 5 of those just real quickly. These are nice because the variable's on the left side. The variable's on the left side, so you don't have to move it. All right, so you're either gonna have to move the one value over to the right side, either by adding or subtracting, just doing the opposite of whatever it is. So I'll give you a minute or 2 to do that.
I got number
Can
1,
you
sir.
scoot over, sir?
Now I'm standing.
Can't see the graphs.
I know, I'm standing right where I am intentionally.
Yeah, can you move over?
No, I'm standing right where I am intentionally.
Zion, he doesn't want you to see the answers.
I'll move in a minute.
Shut up, Graham.
Mr. Martin, I've got things under control. Thank you, though, for the help.
Wow.
I swear, Graham is that one student that'll tell the teacher that we have a test. Just that one student.
Zion, we have a test.
Mr. Gaffney, we have a test, but I don't think we should take it just Zion.
Nah, I'm just saying that Mr. Gaffney forgot we had a quiz. Graham would remind him that we have a quiz.
Mr. Gaffney wouldn't forget. He's very
Connor,
studious.
turn your video on
Yes, sir.
so we can see your smiling face.
Yeah, but he's got to get up first.
He's got to get up and put on a shirt.
Wave
What's up,
check.
sir?
Wait,
He
check.
just sat up. He just sat up.
How do y'all know that, though? How do you know that? But how do
Because
you
I know you, Zion.
How do you know that, though? You didn't see me.
All right.
You didn't see anything, Joe.
So do we have these all solved?
No.
Sir.
No. Sir, can you please watch out?
I'll set you up on the first one. With subtract 11 from the first side,
It's
X
fine.
11 minus 11.
we got
X is greater than 5.
right? If I add 6 to both sides, I get x is less than 7. You go from there. These are really easy, almost hard to mess up.
Number 3, X is less than or equal to negative 5.
All right, Mr. Martin.
Sorry,
Graham,
sir.
be
I thought-
quiet. Oh my God.
Please, can y'all stop screaming?
Put him in
Put you in
timeout.
timeout.
Mr. Gaffney.
We have 1 through 5 solved.
No, you don't.
It's loud.
Sir,
No.
what is timeout?
Okay.
Yeah, how you gonna put somebody in
All
timeout?
right. Once you have them solved, look at the graphs. And I want you each 1 through 5. You can either draw a line or you can just write A, B, C, D, E, F next to each one. Okay. I'll say the answers, but I want you to match the simplified or solved version of these. All right. With the actual graph. And I'll just step out of the way. Get my
Thank you.
cameraman to kind of line that up for you. Thank you, Mr. Cameraman.
Aha.
Mr. Grapes is working the camera for us today. Thank you, Mr. Grapes.
Aha.
Did he say Mr. Graves?
Yeah, Mr. Grapes is behind the camera.
Executive producer of today's presentation is Mr. Busman. They're all here behind the screen watching everything going on. Give me the thumbs up. All right, tell me when you're done. Give me the thumbs up when you're done.
I bet Graham already has his thumb up.
John, are you sitting at a desk so you can copy all down? It's kind of hard to write while you're in bed.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
I'm getting these notes down. Trust me.
Excellent.
Zion, what's that stain on your bed?
There's no stain.
Campbell?
Very funny. Why are you
I-
paying attention to my bed?
Because you're the one talking, so you're the one on the screen for me. So just
Okay. All right, everybody done?
yes.
Mr. Steele, you done? All right. So, number 1 goes to which one?
Hey,
No, not
C.
A, C.
what is C? One of them.
C. Number 1 is C. Number 2 is what?
E.
Wait, it's
It's E.
yeah, it's E.
E. Number 2 is E. Number 3, I didn't solve for
A.
X is less than -5.
Up, Ram.
Goes here to A. Number 4 is X is greater than or equal to -2.
B.
B.
How is it E?
8.
Did you say E or B?
B. B. And number 5 is X is less than -6
D.
goes to D. That's pretty easy stuff, right? Any questions or confusion?
No, sir.
You happy?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Cameraman, Mr. Grapes, follow me this way. Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Grapes. All right.
These scripts, I see the camera.
Yes, Zion.
All right. Let's see.
Sorry for my Wi-Fi just messed up.
Let me just I'm just doing a little paperwork here.
I'm Mr. Grapes.
Like he's gonna say hi back.
Mr. Mick and Mr. never showed, right? Anybody know of Mr. Leopardi, what his situation is?
Leo was in, like, he was in D period yesterday, but, like, that's, like, the only class he's been to, and I have, like, 4 classes with him.
Okay.
I have Folly for D period. Who do you have?
His internet's really bad. He lives out all the way in the country.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Ain't got no
Okay.
service.
All
I live
right,
in
so,
I live
uh,
close.
Zion, I didn't ask.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna do the first one and I'm gonna let you do the,
I don't care if you ask.
we're all on the same sheet of music. Okay, so we're gonna solve this inequality and then we're gonna graph it. So all we have to do is we add 5 to both sides, right?
Yes.
I add 5 to the left, I gotta add 5 to the right. That zeroes out the -5. We have D is less than 6. Now, because this is a solution set, the proper format is the handlebar mustache, and it's D such that D is less than 6. Remember to do that. Because of it being an inequality, it's not just a single value like D equals 6. If it was an equation, but it's a solution set. So, and then if we graph it, it's 6, and we color that in because it includes 6 because it has that equal sign. As long as I have that variable on the left side, I think it was Mr. Martin or somebody said last week, it's like an arrow, and it's pointing which way to graph. All right? So let's just hypothetically prove this as a true situation. So I'm just going to pick out 3 as an arbitrary value because that would be one of my solution sets. And if I pick 3 and I plug it back into this original equation of d minus 5 is less than 1, I would have 3 minus 5 is less than or equal to 1. 3 minus 5 is a -2, and -2 is less than or equal to 1. So anything from this point going left is a solution set for that. And that's what you're saying by d such that d is less than or equal to 6. Everything including 6 going left or going less than would satisfy that inequality. All right? So I want you to try number 7. T plus 9 is less than 8. T plus 9 is less than 8. And then draw yourself a little graph. Give you a clue. If on the quiz, if you come up with a solution that does not fit on the graph, you've got an error somewhere. Because it's always going to fit on the graph that's provided. And as you can see, I'm giving you different segments of that graph or number line. So if your solution isn't on that graph or number line, go back and check your math. There's probably an error there somewhere. So do that one, and then we'll talk about it, and then I'm going to give you several consecutively. Right. Totally cut you loose.
Wait,
All right, Mr. Davidson, did you get this one done?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
I finished.
Sir, I finished number 7. Can you please scoot
Mr.
over?
Gaffney, so when we do the handlebar, what's the point of having the 2 D's or the 2 T's or whatever variable that's there?
It's just kind of the standard solution set formatting. And it's read D such that D is less than or equal to 6. Sure who invented that, but that's the proper etiquette slant solution set formatting.
So when do we put the handlebars on there again?
Actually, with all these, we didn't do it over here on this first 5 where we did the matching just for the sake of time and brevity. But I want you to always do this because on a standardized test, what they may do to you is give you this answer here in blue as a possibility, and they may give you this answer, D less than or equal to 6. Both are right, but this one in blue is more technically correct and more properly formatted.
Okay.
I want you to know.
Can you scoot the camera over a little bit?
Standardized tests kind of throw you a curveball. Say that again.
Can you please scoot the camera over a little bit? I just finished number 7.
So what day will the quiz be, sir?
I will load it up tomorrow and just have it sometime tomorrow or Saturday. Just make sure you have it done by Monday.
Do we just is it going to be on Blackboard?
Yeah, I'll put it on Blackboard. I'll put it on a Dropbox. Just throw it in the Dropbox.
So we just do it like whenever?
Yeah, I'll put a deadline on there and I'll spell it out in the Blackboard.
Okay.
The deadline will be sometime on Monday, and I'll have it up there no later than Saturday. I may have it up there tomorrow, but I'll have it up there no later than Saturday. Okay, how are we doing number 7?
I'm done. I got it.
Know what you got?
I have T.
Mr. Davidson.
Oh shoot! Sorry, sir.
T dash T is greater or is less than -1. And so it's going to be an open circle and it's going to go to the left.
Everybody agree?
Yes, sir.
Everybody agree?
So, hey, would you take off
Easy.
points? Would you take off points if we like just had the arrow only going over -3, or do we have to like make it go all over all.
But just make sure it's real clear and I can clearly understand it. Because this thing keeps going indefinitely that way, right?
Yes, sir.
Just, if you could drop another quarter or half inch, right? It's not going to kill you.
Okay.
All right. Any questions? All right. I'm gonna step out of the way. I'm gonna give you two more. Let's see here. Step out of the way. Let's see. 8 and 9. That show up good. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I gave you plenty of room. All right. So do I need to read them or can you see them clear enough?
You can see them.
Can I see them clear enough? I went a little bit closer, so a little bit larger. All right, so give you a couple, 2 or 3 minutes to knock those out. And like I said, if you don't have to draw the number line exactly as I have it, but something close. And if it doesn't fit on the number line, go back and check your math. You likely made a mistake somewhere in the process. Hopefully not, but possibly. Give me a thumbs up when you're done.
Number 8.
With both of these, do 8 and 9. So we can talk about them both. Mr. Hunter, I've lost your smiling face again. There it is. He's back. Mr. Hunter got a haircut before all the barbershops closed down. Okay, thumbs up if you got them done. Oh, I got Mr. Gilmartin. If you can move your camera down, all I say I think is the ceiling of the room. So I don't know if you're done or not. Mr. Clark, all I see is a couple windows. Mr. Hunter's going back to bed.
No.
Sorry, sir. I was in the bathroom.
All right, everybody done?
Yes, sir.
Let's see, Mr. Seeley, tell me what to put on the board for number 8. You may have to mute your thing. It's over in the bottom left corner of the red mic. Just hit it and that'll mute you.
Wait, for which one?
Number 8.
I did -5 and it going. No, wait. I did -7 and it going to the right.
You added 7 to both sides, right?
Yeah.
And so you got A is greater than -6, correct? All right. Because we added 7 to both sides. You get A such that A is greater than -6. It doesn't include -6, so it's a hollow circle. It's telling you which way to graph it because we got that variable on the left side of the inequality. We go that way with it.
Oh, I don't know why I put -7.
You're probably thinking of the -7 over on the left side.
Yeah, I think that's why.
All right, number 8.
Let me do it.
Hughes.
It is, hold up, 5 all the way across. All right. It's W such as W, less than 5.
So we got less.
That's what I got.
5 is there, and we're going this way. Is that what everybody got? Any questions or confusion?
Yes, sir.
They got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, fair enough. Okay, 2 more of this type. And that you should be a semi-professional at these.
Sir, so we don't have to put the handlebar mustache, right?
Yes, sir, sure do. Didn't I do that on these?
Sir, but how would you do that on the quiz on the computer?
Well, actually, if you look at your key pack, up there above the enter button,
Yeah,
below the back.
it's right next to your P.
Yeah, it's right next to,
Okay.
there you go. It's right next to P. So you could do that.
Okay.
Thank you. All right,
For the quizzes, could we just print them out and send you a picture of them?
do that too. Whatever works for you. I'm trying to be as flexible as I can. All right, 10 and 11. Same deal. Let's do those on your own. Give me a thumbs up when you're done, and then we'll talk about them. Kelly's done. Mr. Martin's done.
Already?
Mr. Davidson's done. Mr. Gardner's done. Mr. Hunter's still in bed.
No.
Martin's done.
The variable always have to be on the left, or?
Don't worry about this stuff over here. Because this is a little different scenario. We're gonna talk about those next.
No, I'm talking about number 10. Does the variable always have to be on the left?
Okay, that's a good question. Let's talk about that. Let's say you ended up with a problem that said, let's say like this one. Let's say you had, let's just make one up. Let's say you had 7 on this side
Can you switch the problems around?
equal to W, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Always put the variable on the left side, and here's the trick to that. And the reason being is this is hard to interpret. 7 is greater than or equal to W. I really want to know what W is, not what 7 is. So just reverse the process. You're actually using cumulative property. We have W and we have 7. All right. I just reversed them, right? The way I always remember it is, okay, what is that inequality pointing at? It's pointing at W. So keep it pointing at the W.
And
So
then switch.
W is less than or equal to 7. These are equivalent to each other. These are equivalent, but this one tells you a lot more than this one. This is easier to interpret and understand.
Okay.
Commutative property, you just flip the sides, which is fine, and just keep that inequality pointing at what it was pointing at initially, and you'll always be right.
Okay. Thank you.
Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
All right, I think everybody's done with 10 and 11. 10, 11, let's see here. Part of the problems. Let me go for it. Cameraman, back up for me, please, a little bit. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Graves. Here we go. Mr. Gilmartin, you want to tell me how to do number 10?
You're gonna subtract 3, and then you're gonna subtract 4 with the 3, and then it's gonna be 1 is greater than K.
Okay, so it says, so if I understood you correctly, we subtracted 3 from both sides, that zeroed out, and we end up with 1 is greater than or equal to K. But that's hard to interpret or understand just based on what we just talked about over here to the left. So I'm going to reverse the signs. All right, I'm going to go K, and I'm going to go 1. My inequality is pointing at the K, so I'm going to keep it pointing at the K. I'll add the other one in the such that vertical bar. So now it's k such that k is less than or equal to 1. All right, so it includes 1. So I'm going to color that in. Let me if you do it this way. And then it's less than or equal to 1, so we're going to that way.
All
All right, so let's just prove or validate this is a true answer, okay? So let's go back to the original problem before Mr. Gilmartin solved it. Pick out 0 and see if that's a true statement, which it should be if your problem is correct. So if I replace 0 with k, I end up with 4 is greater than or equal to 0 plus 3. All right, so I got 4 is greater than or equal to 3. And that's a very true statement, right? Make sense? That's what you're telling me with this answer. Any value less than or equal to 1 will satisfy this inequality, and whatever's on this side is going to be greater than, no matter what variable I pick of infinite numbers, any number less than 1, the 4 on this side is always going to be greater than or equal to whatever the computation is I do on the right side. Make sense?
So the only time we flip the sign and variable is when it's on the left side, or I mean the right side.
Correct.
Okay.
It's very likely if you don't do that, your graph is going to be messed up. Not definitely, but likely. All right. Plus, it's much easier to read where we have k is less than or equal to 1, as opposed to how it was originally written, where we had 1 is greater than or equal to k.
Okay.
This is hard. Like, what's this really telling me? That's kind of hard to understand or interpret. But this makes a whole lot more sense, kind of logically thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're going to more likely have your graph correct. All right, Mr. Campbell, number 11. Tell me what you got to do. Oh, you got to unmute. Bottom left corner, just click on the red mic with the bar through.
Add 4 to each side.
Add 4 to each side. And you end up with 5 is less than or equal to b. And then you reversed it, right? So we have b, we have 5. It's pointing at the 5. And we're going to do the handlebar mustache, right? Actually, it's -5, right?
Yeah.
B is greater than or equal to -5. So since it has the equal sign, we fill in the circle, and it's telling us to go this way. Agree?
Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Any questions or confusion? So on the quiz, you're going to have a group of matching like we did initially. About 5 of them that you got to match. You'll probably have about 4 of these that we just did. And then bonus is going to be, I don't know if it's bonus or whatever, but it's going to be this style problem. All right. So let me, I'm going to walk you through how many we got here. We got four of them.
I hate algebraic expressions.
All we gotta do is write it out.
Yeah,
Oh.
algebraic expressions.
You're gonna-
That's what it goes.
All right, hold on. You're gonna create an inequality, and you may have to simplify it some. All right, so and you did this. We did this back in section 1.2, I think, or 1.3.
1-1.
It was 1-3.
It was 1-1, fool.
Yeah, fool.
It says, and we're just gonna.
Shut up.
Why don't we just agree to use n for number? So it says a number. I'm gonna just do this.
Look at algebraic expressions.
A number decreased by 10, so that means we're going to subtract, right? N minus 10 is greater than -5. All right? Are we done?
No, I mean, yes.
You have to solve it.
We're not done. Let's simplify it. So we're solve for that variable. So we add 10 to both sides. I'm not going to write the step out. So if I add 10 to this, that zeroes out. -5 plus 10 is a +5. So there. And I'm not going to make you put it in a solution set for these. There's your final answer. Questions, confusion?
What if we did put it in a solution set? Would you take me
That's
point?
fine. I'm not gonna gig you for it.
Okay.
That's fine. If you want to, that makes sense. That's perfectly fine. So n such that n is greater than 5.
Nine 50 taking forever to come to.
Okay, so 13, 14, and 15. I'm gonna let you do those unless you've got a question. Let me turn this down just a hair. Mr. Cameraman, just zoom down a little bit for me. There you go.
We're just doing 13, 14, 15?
13, 14, 15, and then just kind of give me a thumbs up when you're done.
Seven more. Oh.
If I need to read them to you, I can read them to you.
No, I got it. I just had to think about it in my head, so I had it.
Tony, are you working?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Taking great notes. I'm telling you.
These are not notes. These are problems you have to answer. Zion.
Well, yeah, we can. Well, they're like notes
No,
for the test, so you can study.
but do you study?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, I believe you.
Mr. Gaffney,
Yes, sir.
They really think I'm stupid.
for number 15, what is it at? Can you read it?
It says 20 less than a number is at least 15. 20 less than a number is at least 15.
Okay.
Does that say a number increased by 1 is less than A? Oh, 9. Never mind.
9. And number 13 is a number increased by 1 is less than 9.
Okay.
Number 14 says 7 more than a number is less than or equal to 18. Number 15 says 20 less than a number is at least 15.
Josh,
¿Cómo estás?
does your problem set say it's 14, 15, 16, and 17?
Are you on? What are you talking about?
My last 4 word problems are 14 to 17.
Oh, are they the same questions?
Yeah, are yours? 14,
I mean, I'm writing it down on a piece of paper. I didn't print mine out yet.
Are
Bro,
you talking about this right
do
here?
you all realize the cameraman is not Mr. Grapes?
Yeah.
Zion.
Zion doesn't know that.
Yeah,
What?
it's
So
just
if it was
Zion.
Mr. Grapes, he wouldn't say, hey, cameraman.
What happened?
Nothing, Zion. It's just Mr. Grapes moved the camera a bit.
Okay.
You didn't say hi to Mr. Grix yet, Zion. What are you doing?
We say hi to Mr.
Mr.
Graves.
Grapes is not the cameraman, Zion. Are you stupid?
I know that.
I don't know.
Those would have been
You never know
said.
who the cameraman's going to be. Could be a guest cameraman. Next Tuesday could be somebody different.
But it's not
Those would have
Mr.
been
Grapes.
hello, Benedictine cadets.
No, Mr. Seeley.
I know for a fact it's not Mr. Grapes.
Yeah, since we all know for a fact that it's not Mr. Grix, can we just get extra credit?
What if it was Mr. Busman? Mr. Busman always quiet.
Hey, can we do a
Damn.
can we do a face can we do a face reveal after class?
Face reveal at 20K subs.
Why is the camera running? It's Mr.
Mr.
Grix.
Graves, after this is over, will you come
Not
around and stand in
Mr.
front of the camera? He's shaking his head yes.
Probably Mr. Forster.
Or after
Mr.
class, he said
Gaffney just steps to the side of the screen and then moves the camera.
He looked
Oh,
so
really,
good.
Graham? I didn't know that.
Good. I mean,
Right.
he wasn't
Mr.
talking.
Kelly.
Just like that.
He ain't talking.
Kelly, tell me what you came up with for number 13. Oh, you got to unmute, bottom left corner. Click on the red mic in the bottom left. Right
I
there.
put n plus 15 is what was that called? It's like greater. I think
Oh,
it's
this is
greater
just-
than. Greater
N plus
than.
what?
Oh, 13?
13, number 13.
Oh, n plus 15 is less than a.
N plus 15.
What do you mean at least?
I can't really read.
A number decreased by 1,
Oh, and no.
n
So
minus 1
well,
is less than 9, right? And then we're going to add 1 to both
close,
sides. So it should be n is less than 10. Everybody get n is,
If it's a number increased by 1, is it plus 1?
yes, I just couldn't see that well.
oh, it is plus 1. A number increased, good catch, increased by 1 is less than 9. All right, so now what's our answer? What's the answer? Number 13.
N is great, or no, N is less than 8.
It is less than 8 is the correct answer. That was a test, see if you're paying attention. All right, let's see.
Josh, me.
Do number 14. Tell me what's right. You have to mute your
Oh,
bottom left corner of your screen, Mr.
8 plus
Velasquez,
7.
and click on the red mic with the bar through it. And I'll unmute you. All right, tell me what's right, Mr. Velasquez.
7. Plus. N. Minus. Oh no, is less than
Or equal to,
18. Yeah, I couldn't read it.
okay? What else do we have to do? You have to subtract 7 from both sides, right? So you should have n is less than, let's see. If I subtract 7 from both sides, I should have n is less than or equal to what? 11.
Negative 25. What?
What? If you're looking at a problem set, you may have a slightly different problem set. I've changed some of the things around. It should be 11 because I put, and if you printed this thing out, you may add a negative 18 there, which isn't in this one. So it should be n is less than or equal to 11.
Okay, so yeah, mine's negative 18.
Okay. All right. Last one, number 15.
Let me do it, sir. Please.
And let me get today. Mr. Clark. Clark, tell me what to write. You have to mute the bottom left corner of your screen. Cameraman, if you would just come a little bit. There you go. Thank you, Mr.
How are you?
Mr. Clark, are you there? Don't forget to unmute the bottom left corner of your screen. All right, let's see. Mr. Staley, you want to help me out? Mr. Clark is either gone
Sure.
or asleep. Mr. Staley, you got to mute the bottom left corner.
Wait, we're doing 15.
15.
So a number, so but n.
Sir.
No, 20 minus n.
Is it 20 minus 10 or is it n minus 20?
It's n minus 20 because it's less than, so it's flipped. So it's n minus 20. Is at least. So it's great. No, it's greater to or equal to 15.
Okay. What do we have left to do?
Plus 20 on both sides.
Okay. Which gives us 35.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, that's in the class.
Fine. That's it. That's the last questions. Mr. Grapes, come with me this way.
Oh, no. Can you go back?
Go back.
For what?
Yeah.
What we just
Number
did?
15.
All right.
Please.
Sorry about that. Cameraman, Grapes, you shouldn't have left so early. There we go.
Off the side of the screen. Notice how he steps off the side of the screen.
All right, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Graham, we literally just saw him move the camera.
All right, we got it? Okay, so let's, perfect. All right, so a couple things. Over the weekend, I will send you probably via announcements
Candidate, ready to pull it up.
a link for the Flexi quiz to retake that parallel and perpendicular lines. Flexi quiz, 9 questions probably, maybe 10. All right. Parallel lines have identical. Perpendicular lines have negative reciprocals. So like the negative reciprocal of 1/2 would be -2. Or the negative reciprocal of -1/3 would be 3. If you understand those two basic concepts, you're golden. All right.
Did I pull my eyebrows?
That's the old parallel and perpendicular line quiz. Make sure when you go to Flexi Quiz, and I send you the link, make sure you
Create an account.
because we're going to use Flexi Quiz probably a couple more times before the year's out.
Mr.
Okay.
Gaffney.
And that's the only way I know whose is whose, because right now I got 8 quizzes in there that have no names on it. Mr. Martin, do you have a question reference that?
Can I get on Zoom with you at 2 today again to talk about the Flexi quiz?
Yep.
Okay.
Zoom's every day from 2 to 2:30, Monday through Thursday, and then I'll have Zoom office hours tomorrow on Friday from 9 to 10.
What time is Miss Rising we resume?
I'll try to go to your
Thank you for reminding me. All right. Also, tomorrow or Saturday, I'll load on the Blackbaud.
Tomorrow's Friday.
No, he said tomorrow or Saturday.
Oh.
Listen,
On
Zion.
Saturday, I'll load the quiz on, which is going to look like just,
Leave me alone.
all right? And I'll probably give you till Monday to do that, but just follow the instructions that are on Blackbaud. Okay? If you want help outside of class, Mr. Martin just reminded you, we're on Zoom office hours every day from 2 to 2:30, Monday through Thursday, and 9 to 10 tomorrow, which is Friday. Any questions on anything?
My eyebrows getting really big.
All right, everybody stay healthy. Make sure you wash your hands like a zillion times a day. Don't touch your eyes. Mr. Clark, your eyes, nose, ears, mouth, throat, all right? That's how it's disseminated. Hopefully we can get this thing behind us sooner rather than later, and we get back to a little more enjoyable.
Gardner, do you still got corona? Are you okay?
Okay,
No, I still have it.
who has it?
You're capping. You're capping.
It's a joke, Zion. I was joking. I don't have the coronavirus.
Okay, it's
Why did
now
you-
10 till 10, so we've used our allotted 50 minutes. Any questions? Here we go.
No, Lord.
All right, everybody stay safe out there. Have a good weekend. Check for the Flexi quiz and then this quiz. Actually, you know what? Let's change things. Let's not do Flexi quiz. I don't like.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna-
Yeah.
Mr. Gaffney.
We're gonna do a
I
paper.
got a deal for getting
Okay?
literally
I'll
all
put
the
them both,
questions.
I'll put them both on. I'll put them both.
Thank you.
Let's do that. I'm not a big
All right.
Flexi quiz, okay?
Cool.
It'll be
Wait, so you're gonna put 5-1 quiz on Blackbot?
then Saturday, okay?
Mr. Gaffney.
Flexi quiz, we're gonna do a real quiz.
Okay.
Only thing I ask of you is do your own work.
Okay.
Don't screenshot your buddies and copy his work.
All right.
All right?
Yep.
Fair enough?
Thank you, Mr. Gaffney.
All right, everybody stay safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you either in office hours or I'll see you on Tuesday.
You
All
too,
right.
sir. See you later.
Mr. Grape says bye. Mr. Grape said he said bye to everybody, okay?
Mr. Gaffney.
Yes, sir.
So 5-1 is gonna be in Blackbot, right?
Tomorrow or Friday, no, tomorrow or Saturday. I haven't created it yet.
Email it. Can you email it to my account? That would be perfect for me.
Just send me a reminder.
Yes, sir.
Email me a reminder, because that's the only way I can kind of keep up with it, okay?
Gotcha.
See you.